How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, you really need to go get your shit. When I say juicy, 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 oh, so juicy to me. Oh, I'm about to deliver my royal family. And it's been a long time since we have had a bonus. We got a bonus. It's more so a audio. And it is epic. Whoa! Epic. I couldn't rest on this. It's 105 California. Dang. Now, I got to lay it out like that, my royal family. Now, we know who this, because there's many murderers in our queen's case. And the only one that get indicted, the very one that gets indicted, they saying it had nothing to do with Breonna, because he was shooting recklessly all over the place and endangering other people's lives. But wasn't his intent when they get the shooting at the OK Corral, the target was what was in that apartment. And and he don't know how to operate with one, and could have potentially killed or injured or killed innocent children, women, or men. But see, this journey that I'm going to take the royal family on, he would be labeled a problem child. Keep that on your frontal lobe, because the stuff that I'm going to present is explosive and juicy. And there's some things I'm going to present. We was already on top of that. It's not about your third eye, my royal family. That is your first eye. Honor these things, because as I'm presenting what I'm presenting to the royal family, I'm talking spiritual too as well. These very beautiful divine gifts that our Father give us. And because we are so affected by the system, sometimes we cast doubt within thyself and all of that. Oh no, we spot on, my royal family. We, not I, we. So let's go on this journey, and I'm talking about juicy. So let's get into this first video. Now I'm going to lay it out for y'all. Before I get into this first video. Okay, we've been seeing Crump. Okay, there's Crump and mush mouth. He can't hardly talk and all that shit. Okay, so he's one of the attorneys. And then there's two others. Okay. So the other one here is Sam Aguilar. And it's a woman too, but we're not going to include her in this because I want to focus. Don't lose sight of him, because it's going to get deep. And another player that I could not find his image, Kendrick, Mr. Wilson. Keep that on your frontal lobe. And I looked. Y'all know I dig till I can't dig no more. So I'm laying these players out. All right. So the first video that I'm going to present to the royal family is about this problem child. And I ain't lost sight at all of the DA. I don't feel like, I can't stand looking at him. It's just making my stomach turn. I'm just tired of looking at that fakeness. So let's get deeper into this problem child. And those names that I came up with, don't True Roy is gonna bring you right back there, okay? So let's get up in this first one.
This protective order was agreed upon by Breonna Taylor's family attorneys and the legal...
Hold the hell up, True Royal. Hold that. You messing up. I got it all twisted, my royal family. It's all right. We'll be back there, girlfriend. Just hold tight, girlfriend. So, let's get into this first.
All cops are not bad cops, but this guy is a bad cop.
Some serious accusations against LMPD Detective Brett Hankison, who fired at least 20 shots in the police raid that killed Breonna Taylor.
WDRB is following several LMPD-related developments this afternoon. This is what you need to know right off the top. A different officer, the one who secured the warrant on Breonna Taylor's home, is now under investigation. Ever since Taylor was killed, police and the mayor said undercover officers didn't wear body cameras. But new court filings today say different officers on that same undercover team wore body cameras in a raid that same night. We're going to go in depth on that later in this newscast, but we start with bombshell sexual assault allegations against Hankinson. WDRB's Gina Galeras reveals how social media posts sparked a new investigation.
At least 4 women have come forward on social media accusing Officer Brett Hankison of sexual assault. This woman says in 2018, the officer drove me home in uniform in his marked car, invited himself into my apartment, and sexually assaulted me while I was unconscious. She says she never reported him out of fear of retaliation. Another young woman posts that Officer Hankison offered her a ride home from the bar too, saying he rubbed her thigh, kissed her forehead, and called her baby. LMPD said this morning it is now investigating the officer after these posts surfaced.
Our public integrity investigators are trying to reach out to those subjects who made those allegations, and I would certainly encourage them and any other person who thinks they may have been victimized to reach out to the Public Integrity Unit.
It's not the first time the officer was accused of abusing his power. Kendrick Wilson, who filed a federal lawsuit, claims the officer targeted him at St. Matthew's bars from 2016 to 2018.
Hold it. Let me stop this. Some of these videos that I do them in real time so y'all can get my authentic reaction. Okay, now we know what Kendrick looks like because I couldn't find him. And so I'll remember that because I'm going to come back to that. All right. This is a very important player in this.
For a woman they both liked.
Lawyers, all the little girls who hang out in St. Matthews, everybody know Brett Hankison is a dirty cop.
This document obtained by WDRB says there are legitimate concerns regarding LMPD's propensity to cover up incriminating evidence implicating criminal conduct of Hankison. Multiple women have insisted that they filed complaints against Hankison with LMPD, yet Hankison's personnel file lacks these complaints and no actions were taken against him.
Brett Hankison is the worst predator, the worst type of predator. He used his badge to sit outside of a bar where he worked off duty and look for intoxicated women who were not capable of consent. He has no business patrolling the streets of Louisville, Kentucky.
Records show in 2008 he was accused of receiving oral sex in exchange for not arresting a woman. In 2015, a woman claimed he attempted to have sex with her in exchange for not taking her to jail. Both incidents were deemed to be unfounded by internal investigators with LMPD. No mention of the incidents were included in Hankison's personnel file.
Why has Hankison not been disciplined thus far? And why is he still a member of Louisville Metro Police Department? He needs to be fired.
I reached out to the alleged victims. They didn't want to go on camera. LMPD says anyone with information about these cases should call them, but refused to say anything else. Gina Galeras, WDR.
All right, my royal family. So let me bring that back. Because I'm so excited that now I have a face. Because this dude is very, very crucial to this case. So now, this is the one I'm worried about because it will do that little pop-up thing. All right. It's not as bad as the other one, but this will be the last one to be played. And I'm subject to play it twice, and y'all will know why in a bit. So, he is their problem child. Oh, here it is. So let's keep this brother, since I got it in mind, all right? Kendrick, or Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson. So let's get a little bit deeper into this. This one I did watch.
Digging into the personnel files of the 3 narcotics officers who served the search warrant on Breonna Taylor's apartment, a March 13th encounter unfolded into a shootout with Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, where an officer was injured and Taylor was killed. This is Wave 3 News at 11. I'm John Boll.
And I'm Shannon Kogan. What we found, one of those officers was involved in another shooting, and the conduct of 2 have been questioned in lawsuits. As we work to bring you all the information on this complex story, Wave 3 News reporter Caitlin Russ brings us one step further, digging into these officers' histories.
Detective Miles Cosgrove, a 14-year veteran, was the only officer who had shot.
Let's hold that for a second. I see the number 11 in the word. The number 11 means chaos, disorder, and judgment. And I seen that number around this case, my royal family. Oh my goodness, this is messy. This is not an open and shut. But what I'm about to present gonna knock you down. Just had to acknowledge that as we continue on.
Not a suspect, and that man tried to sue. In 2006, Cosgrove saw a car he believed had been involved in a previous chase, so he pulled it over at a gas station. Cosgrove claimed the driver, Andrew Satterley, threw the car in reverse as officers approached, so he fired, hitting Satterley 3 times in the arms.
He said, I got out of it, so it scared me to death, you know. He said, so I took off because I was being shot at.
Satterley was sentenced to charges without serving jail time.
This protective order was agreed upon by Breonna Taylor's family attorneys and the legal team representing the city and the police officers involved.
I knew that shit was gonna happen. I don't know why some of these news outlets that just pops up and some don't do that at all. So I'm gonna inch this back just a little bit so y'all can.
That man tried to sue. In 2006, Cosgrove saw a car he believed had been involved in a previous chase, so he pulled it over at a gas station. Cosgrove claimed the driver, Andrew Satterley, threw the car in reverse as officers approached, so he fired, hitting Satterley 3 times in the arms.
He said, I got out of it, so it scared me to death, you know. He said, so I took off because I was being shot at.
Satterley was sentenced to charges without serving jail time. The lawsuit was dismissed by a judge, and Cosgrove returned from paid administration leave the following year. Over his career, Cosgrove has been reprimanded twice for missing court and making unprofessional comments. He's been commended 10 times, including peacefully talking a man down who had been shooting at officers in a standoff. Detective Brett Hankison, the officer said to have fired from the outside into Breonna's window, has had 3 suits filed against him. One of them is still going on. A federal lawsuit filed last October claims Hankison had a vendetta against a small business owner named Kendrick Wilson, arresting him several times over 3 years. Wilson says they were involved with the same woman and accuses the detective of planting drugs on him. A hearing for this suit is set for Thursday. Back in 2012, Hankison was named in a police brutality suit along with nearly 20 other LMPD and Jeffersonville officers. Leon Brackens was a passenger in a car driven by a woman with several warrants who led police on a chase from Indiana into Louisville. Brackens called 911 from the car begging for help.
I can't get out to go see me, please, no.
But somehow dispatchers communicated it wrong, that he was a suspect, not the driver. Once stopped, police took Brackens down to the ground, injuring him permanently in the process. His family claims he died because of those injuries a year later.
Before Leon died, he said, I want to see some type of justice for what these people did to me.
It's unclear how Hankison was involved, but he was among a group of officers dismissed from the case 3 years before the whole thing was thrown out. In his 17 years, Hankison has been commended 46 times and awarded for merit, saving a
17. In the word, 17 means overcoming the enemy and a complete victory.
Lost injured child and talking a 15-year-old out of suicide. He and Sergeant John Mattingly have only been reprimanded once for minor issues. Mattingly was shot in the thigh that night by Walker. He's been commended 34 times in his 19 years on the force, mainly for getting a lot of guns and drugs off the street. Reporting in Louisville, Caitlin Rest, Wave 3 News.
All right, my royal family. So, we got the gist of that. I'm going to take this one down. And now what I'm going to do, this particular one that keeps popping up, I'm going to play this one twice. But let me get the copy and paste it because I'll put it back up. Because when I get into the bonus video, I don't want, oops, made a mistake there. Oops, made a mistake. I don't want to keep stopping. You know, I want that to flow. All right, my royal family. So it is extremely important. This is extremely important what is about to be said. All right. And this was put out in July, the 1st of July.
This protective order was agreed upon by Breonna Taylor's family attorneys and the legal team representing the city and the police officers involved. It's to speed up the process after Taylor's attorneys have been battling a delay in getting records and documents.
No matter what the public's right is to information right now, we have the right to this information. We need this information.
Attorney Sam Aguiar, who's one of the lawyers representing Breonna's family, argued on the telephone court hearing Wednesday a delay can damage evidence.
We don't have any information right now. I've got experts concerned that information is going to be lost, whether inadvertently or as a result of just data retention.
He wants to know who reported to the scene the day Breonna was shot and killed, who has camera footage, what cell phone information has been preserved. The attorneys and the judge were joined by Jefferson County Attorney's Office and the legal team representing the 3 officers. Aguiar had initially talked about filing a motion for contempt because he claimed city officials were ignoring a number of his subpoenas. Jefferson County Attorney Peter Irvin argued some of those subpoenas were questionable.
2 subpoenas to LMPD right now seek IT type of information in relationship to 57 different police officers. We think that's considerably overbroad.
But Aguiar claims more than 100 officers responded to the Breonna Taylor shooting, and about 65 were involved in executing the warrant. The 2 parties agree this is a complicated case, especially because of the national uproar.
We've received notice from the Attorney General and from the FBI that they want to prohibit the public dissemination of information.
Some of the subpoenas are overdue. Lawyers requested Breonna's autopsy reports and the entire personnel files from LMPD Merit Board back in May.
We are prepared now to produce them once we get an effective protective order in place.
Sam Aguiar says down the line, if they disagree with a piece of evidence being classified as confidential, they can ask a judge to make it public. The next pretrial conference hearing is next Friday. For WHS 11, I'm Sanay Gebregerges.
All right, my royal family. So I'm going to take this down, and this is extremely important. I'm going to play this one back. All right, so let's keep in mind Crump, his co-counsel, Aguilar, Sam. Let's keep that in mind, all right? This is his co-counsel, and it's a woman, but this slimy bastard, I just want to focus on what we need to focus on. So, the brother that I was having a hard time finding, this next 23-minute video, well, more so like an audio that I'm going to play, you're going to hear this brother's voice. And also, Aguilar. All right? Just them two. All right? Now this is the bonus. And it is epic. All right, my radio family. This is the juicy video. Well, audio. Let's say audio. And this is this slimy ass lawyer. Right along with Crump and whoever other counsel that they have. And let's not lose sight of his name. Sam Aguilar? Okay. So I did let y'all know that I could not find the likeness of Kendrick L. Wilson. Okay? And so let me read this to y'all. Leaked audio claims that former officer Brett Hackison, or however you pronounce it, removed bullet casings from the crime scene at Breonna Taylor's home. The attorney for the Taylor family, this Sam character here, look at him. Boy, look at that picture. Is heard speaking to a man named Kendrick L. Wilson. They are arguing over the fact that Aguilar didn't make certain evidence public. All right? Now, I'm going to play that because it's a short audio, but it's a powerful one. I'm going to play it 3 times so we can all make sure that we're all hearing everything clearly. All right? I will do that. Play it 3 times for the royal family. So again, this is leaked. And the reason why he leaked this, because homeboy didn't do what he was supposed to do. And he's pretty much telling him what's going down. So he's recording him not knowing he being recorded. Dumbass lawyer. You ain't fulfilled your duties and responsibilities because this person, I can't make out if he black or white. I can't quite tell, but he do sound like a black guy. He do. But I'm not exactly sure. And that's why this is one, we all doing this together, my royal family. So I've already showed that dusty ass cop had he's a problem child. Remember I said that this is the problem child, and they know it. So the DA know it and all of that, and they still covering, but they want him out of their hair because of these allegations he have. And based on doing my research, because I have to scale these things down, the women that he came after, I did see their pictures, and they were all white women. And Mr. Wilson, who has filed a lawsuit against him, been repeatedly saying he's a dirty cop. And it is known. This ain't nothing new. You see how they get down and cover. See how they cover for each other? So, let's listen to this audio. We do this first round. And let me switch this over real quick because I got everything set up real nice. His homeboy instructed him to do some certain things, and he was playing, and he took it too far because he wanted this stuff out before all this other fiasco went down. And I ain't gonna spoil it for y'all. Okay, So go ahead and listen to this.
And put out what I put out. Is what I know. All you fucking people, Sam, you gave everything to Damon Cameron? Everything. Everything that I talked about. So why the fuck didn't you call him out? Why didn't you call him out? Do you not think I've been calling him out? You see what I did yesterday? Okay, so look, answer this question. Since y'all keep on requesting for Daniel Cameron to put out the what is the chant that very transcript. So y'all keep requesting for Daniel Cameron to put out the transcript. How about this? You put out all the fucking evidence that you got. Do you not see what I put out yesterday? You didn't put out what I put out. Put out all the evidence. Put out the video of Brett Hankerson in the apartment moving those papers. Put that video out. It's going out about 2 hours. It's going out after I put pressure on you to put it out. The fucking thing should have been out before the decision. Sam, you should have fucking went to the public with it. The AG's not on our side, and you know this. I would have taken out the case right away. Who gives a fuck? Is this about you making money or about you fucking getting justice for Breonna? Put the fucking video out all over the fucking social media. I'm not worried about the fucking money. The bill that goes out there, I can get you for Breonna. I put one thing out and then I'm gone. What do you mean gone? You mean killed? What do you mean you're gonna be gone? They gonna kill you? No, I just removed you from the case. You know what? You know what, Sam? Well, you know what, Sam? I can promise you this. You put that shit out and you be the dude that gets removed from the case, but your evidence is the one that shows corruption. I promise you this. I will personally start a GoFundMe for you, and if you're the guy who got Breonna Taylor justice, you'll probably make over $50 fucking million off your GoFundMe. I don't care about when you talking about getting removed from the case, what do you care about getting removed from a case that you're not bringing any justice? Sam, you tell me straight up, you fucking sold out. Anything that I put out beforehand, got in Breonna. Sam, you sold out. You did not put the evidence that means you answer the question. No, I'm not answering no questions. I'm not answering your questions because you're an attorney and you come up with questions that are trap questions. I'm talking about facts. At the end of the day, Sam, me and you solved that fucking case in your office, and you do not put any of the body of work that you put out. You paid me $18,500 in 2 months for nothing. You didn't put none of that shit that I came up with out. None of it. Part of the reason I'm out here is because you never fucking told me that you put up the diagram. And I haven't watched the video, so I want to hear what you have to say. Frankly, because I have a hard time with it. But you've been telling me forever that you drew a diagram of the house and you wanted to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Because you too fucking busy going to appointment that meeting and keep moving to Tamika Mallory and all those motherfuckers and Vincent and Carl who ain't trying to bring no fucking justice instead of keeping it with the one guy who's the most passionate motherfucker in the world when it comes to getting justice for Breonna. You ignore me. You ignore me because you know I'm down to tell the fucking truth. And you're not asking the truth right now. You're asking corruption. And I told you, and I meant it. If you was about justice for Breonna, I'd be the biggest fucking ally. But at the same time, I told you, if I find out that you're part of team corruption, I'm gonna be the biggest fucking nightmare. And now I'm fucking Buddy Cooper. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. Oh, you better be worried. Sam, you better be worried. Kendrick, why am I gonna worry? Because it's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. What? Worry about it. Well, there's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Nothing.
All right. Now you heard what he said. Now, I know some of this is a bit distorted. Okay, this is an audio and everything. So I didn't listen to it numerous times. And I'm for sure now this is a brother. All right. I'm for sure now. Because I had to really, really listen. And because it was so distorted and I couldn't tell, but there was certain language that this brother used that I knew for sure. I just knew for sure, and everything. So let's get it back going. We're gonna play at the okay, here it is. Okay. Here we go again. Oops. I'm supposed to take it there where it's supposed to be. Okay. Put this sound on.
And put out what I put out. Is what I know. All you fucking people, Sam, you gave everything to them, Cameron? Everything. Everything you and I talked about. So why the fuck didn't you call him out? Why didn't you call him out? Do you not think I've been calling out? You see what I did yesterday? Okay, so look, answer this question. Since y'all keep on requesting for Daniel Cameron to put out the chant that very transcript. So y'all keep requesting for Daniel Cameron to put out the transcript. How about this? You put out all the fucking evidence that you got. Do you not see what I put out yesterday? You didn't put out what I put out. Put out all the evidence. Put out the video of Brett Hankerson in the apartment moving those papers. Put that video out. It's going out about 2 hours. It's going out after I put pressure on you to put it out. The fucking thing should have been out before the decision. Sam, you should have fucking went to the public with it. The AD's not on our side, and you know this. I would have been taking off the case right away. Who gives a fuck? Is this about you making money or about you fucking getting justice for Breonna? Put the fucking video out all over the fucking social media. I'm not worried about fucking money. The bill said that goes out there, I can't get this. Breonna, I put one thing out and then I'm gone. What do you mean gone? You mean killed? What do you mean you're gonna be gone? They gonna kill you? Oh, I just removed from the case. You know what? You know what, Sam? Well, you know what, Sam? I can promise you this. You put that shit out and you be the dude that gets removed from the case, but your evidence is the one that goes to Russia. I promise you this. I will personally start a GoFundMe for you, and if you're the guy who got Breonna Taylor justice, you'll probably make over $50 fucking million. Off your GoFundMe. I don't care about the well, when you talking about getting removed from the case, what do you care about getting removed from a case that you're not bringing in justice? Kendrick, Sam, you tell me straight up, you fucking sold out. Anything that I put out beforehand got Breonna. Sam, you sold out. You did not put the evidence that moves you. Answer the question. No, I'm not answering no questions. I'm not answering your questions because you're an attorney and you come up with questions that are trap questions. I'm talking about facts. At the end of the day, Sam, me and you solved that fucking case in your office, and you do not put any of the body of work that you put out. You paid me $18,500 in 2 months for nothing. You didn't put none of that shit that I came up with out. None of it. Part of the reason I'm out here is because you never fucking told me that you put up the diagram. I haven't watched the video, so I don't want to hear what you have to say. Just bring that because I have a hard time with it. But you've been telling me forever that you drew a diagram of the house and you wanted to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Because you too fucking busy going to pointless ass meetings and keep moving to Tamika Mallory and all those motherfuckers and Vincent and Crump who ain't trying to bring no fucking justice instead of kicking me with the one guy who's the most passionate motherfucker in the world when it comes to getting justice for Breonna. You ignore me. You ignore me because you know I'm down to tell the fucking truth. Right? You're not on team truth right now. You're on team corruption. And I told you, and I meant this. If you was about justice for Breonna, I'd be the biggest fucking ally. But at the same time, I told you, if I find out that you're part of team corruption, I'm going to be the biggest fucking nightmare. And now, I'm fucking Buddy Cookie. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. Oh, you better be worried. Sam, you better be worried. Kendrick, why am I going to worry? Because it's just going to happen. It's going to happen. What? Worry about it. Well, there's nothing else to talk about. Nothing.
All right? He playing them. Now, on round 2, did you hear? He asked him, did you give this to Cameron? He asked him that, and he said yes. Now, I can't say 100% did he get it or not. He could be lying. But I know this. Ben Crump have it, because Ben Crump have said more than once. This dude, and I think a woman named Lolita, that they are Ben Crump's co-counsel. And you heard what the brother said. Oh, you just want to kick it with Crump and all of them. And they you know, we've been on Crump's ass day one, my royal family. He sabotaged cases. You would call a double agent. He down for the money. But he been throwing cases day one. When do ever Crump ever win a motherfucking case? So, again, let me read this. Leaked audio claims that former officer Brett Hankerson removed bullet casings from the crime scene at Breonna Taylor's home. The attorney for the Taylor family, Sam Aguilar, is heard speaking to a man named Kendrick L. Wilson. They are arguing over the fact that Aguilar did not make certain evidence public to bust this thing wide open. And he pissed off because we know what's you know what this DA with no experience at all did the ultimate cover for the enemy. See, these are these damn supporters and stuff. And you know, they just ride on, you know, they trying to be rock stars, attorneys and shit, but they ain't getting nothing done. And for the life of me, I like to know how did who was filming him to get some actual footage of this problem child cop who didn't sexually harass women, you know, then fucked over people in the public. And this brother here had to file something against him, and people been ignoring him. I'm telling you, they all know what time it is. So I can't say 100%, my royal family, that that Cameron have it. But if he do have that videotape of him in there getting them shell casings and stuff, because the buzz that's going on is that that actual, because he was the one that shot Wiley, and he didn't get charged for shooting Wiley at Breonna Taylor, but just, you know, because the bullets land in other apartments and stuff. That's what he got charged for and everything, which was the ultimate biggest insult. This whole thing is insulting. And then you got these lawyers that are supposed to be working for the family, and they standing right there. Can you imagine that, standing right there giving a speech? Snakes all around them. This shit is foul, my royal family. I mean, foul. I mean, the taste in my mouth is foul. So let me play this one more time. Get it all staged back. Okay, get this sound going. Round 3.
What I know. All you fucking people, Sam, you gave everything to David Cameron? Everything you guys talked about. So why the fuck didn't you call him out? Why didn't you call him out? Do you not think I've been calling him out? You see what I did yesterday? Okay, so look, answer this question. Since y'all keep on requesting for Daniel Cameron to put out the what is the chant that very transcript. So y'all keep requesting for Daniel Cameron to put out the transcript. How about this? You put out all the fucking evidence that you got. Do you not think what I put out yesterday? You didn't put out what I put out. Put out all the evidence. Put out the video of Brett Hankerson in the apartment moving those papers. Put that video out. It's going out about 2 hours. Well, it's going out after I put pressure on you to put it out. The fucking thing should have been out before the decision. Fam, you should have fucking went to the public with it. The AG's not on our side, and you know this. I would have been taken off the case right away. Who gives a fuck? Is this about you making money or about you fucking getting justice for Breonna? Put the fucking video out all over the fucking social media. I'm not worried about the fucking money. The military that goes out there, I get you for Breonna. I put one thing out and then I'm gone. What do you mean gone? You mean killed? What do you mean you're gonna be gone? They gonna kill you? Oh, just remove you from the case. You know what? You know what, Sam? Well, you know what, Sam? I can promise you this. You put that shit out and you be the dude that gets removed from the case, but your evidence is the one that shows corruption, I promise you this. I will personally start a GoFundMe for you, and if you're the guy who got Breonna Taylor justice, you'll probably make over $50 fucking million off your GoFundMe. Now, I don't care about well, when you talking about getting removed from the case, what do you care about getting removed from a case that you're not bringing any justice? Kendrick, fam, you gotta be straight up. You fucking sold out. Anything that I put out beforehand got Breonna. Sam, you sold out. You did not put the evidence that me and you answer the question. No, I'm not answering no questions. I'm not answering your questions because you're an attorney and you come up with questions that are trap questions. I'm talking about facts. At the end of the day, Sam, me and you solved that fucking case in your office, and you do not put any of the body of work that me and you put out. You paid me $18,500 in 2 months for nothing. You didn't put none of that shit that I came up with out. None of it. Part of the reason I'm out here is because you never fucking told me that you put up the diagram, and I haven't watched the video, so I don't want to hear shit. Just brings up because I have a hard time with it. But you've been telling me forever that you drew a diagram of the house, and you wanted to show me. You know why, Sam? Because you just fucking busy going to point at that meeting and keep moving to Tamika Mallory and all those motherfuckers and Vincent and Crump who ain't trying to blame no fucking justice instead of kicking it with the one guy who's the most passionate motherfucker in the world when it comes to getting justice for Breonna. You ignore me. You ignore me because you know I'm down to tell the fucking truth. And you're not on team truth right now. You're on team corruption. And I told you, and I meant it. If you was about justice for Breonna, I'd be the biggest fucking ally. But at the same time, I told you, if I find out that you're part of team corruption, I'm gonna be the biggest fucking nightmare. And now I'm fucking Buddy Cooper. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. Oh, you better be worried. Sam, you better be worried. Kendrick, why am I gonna worry? Because it's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. What? Worry about it. Well, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Nothing.
That's it. See, he played him. He played him, Royal family. No telling what else is going to come out. So what I gather, I think this dude do like some little side detective work or whatever it may be, my royal family. As the plot thickens. When I say juicy, juicy, juicy. Oh, so juicy to me, my royal family. I'm telling you, I was supposed to have my behind in the bed, but when I got a hold of this stuff, and I know other folks got a hold of it, oh, the shit gonna hit the fan. So I will close this out in just a bit, my royal family. Let me shut this down. All right, my royal family. I had to do what I had to do to get that recorded. So, now check the play. So this video, that other video I'm going to replay in just a bit. Okay, so this is Breonna Taylor's family attorneys. And they have evidence that is explosive. And the problem child cop, the disposable one, they protecting them too. I mean, these people are disgusting. And I can't get past looking at these pictures up here with the family all surrounded and believing in them, and Crump know what's going on and all of that. They all in cahoots. That's why I was saying. Y'all been on point. We been on point the whole time about Crump and whatever dysfunctional ass lawyers they have. These are the gatekeepers, and they should be ashamed of themselves to do these families like that. And they get their little percentage, and then they ambulance chasers. So let's go back here. Cause this video speaks volumes to me. Let's play that again. All right.
This protective order was agreed upon by Breonna Taylor's family attorneys and the legal team representing the city and the police officers involved. It's to speed up the process after Taylor's attorneys have been battling a delay in getting records and documents.
No matter what the public's right is to information right now, we have the right to this information. We need this information.
Attorney Sam Aguiar, who's one of the lawyers representing Breonna's family, argued on the telephone court hearing Wednesday a delay can damage evidence.
We don't have any information right now. I've got experts concerned that information is going to be lost, whether inadvertently or as a result of just data retention.
He wants to know who reported to the scene the day Breonna was shot and killed, who has camera footage, what cell phone information has been preserved. The attorneys and the judge were joined by Jefferson County Attorney's Office and the legal team representing the three officers. Aguiar had initially talked about filing a motion for contempt because he claimed city officials were ignoring a number of his subpoenas. Jefferson County Attorney Peter Irvin argued some of those subpoenas were questionable.
2 subpoenas to LMPD right now seek IT type of information in relationship to 57 different police officers. We think that's considerably overbroad.
But Aguiar claims more than 100 officers responded to the Breonna Taylor shooting, and about 65 were involved in executing the warrant. The two parties agree this is a complicated case, especially because of the national uproar.
We've received notice from the Attorney General and from the FBI that they want to prohibit the public dissemination of information.
Some of the subpoenas are overdue. Lawyers requested Breonna's autopsy reports and the entire personnel files from LMPD Merit Board back in May.
We are prepared now to produce them once we get an effective protective order in place.
Sam Aguiar says down the line, if they disagree with a piece of evidence being classified as confidential, they can ask a judge to make it public. The next pretrial conference hearing is next Friday. For WHS 11,
now you check that shit out. That's the part that just blow my mind, my royal family. They got a piece of evidence that's explosive. Did you see this greasy ass cop up in there tampering with evidence, collecting shell casings and stuff, and they talking about they didn't put out subpoenas and they demanding for different type of evidence and stuff, and they got the most critical piece of evidence that they could put out. They part of the damn cover up in this family. This family is among snakes. This shit is explosive to me. I'm disgusted. You just think about that. This is how they getting down. Crump. He the lead attorney on this shit. The other ones, they local, all right? Because he all over the place. So he expecting the local ones to do what they do. But Crump know what's going on. And they misleading the family because they want them to sign that paperwork to get them coins. Did they pay attorney fees, or did the attorney fees come out to $12 million? I had mentioned that to the royal family. That's the part that fucking get me. That's why I replay that. This snake ass attorney, and I ain't showing that other woman, the woman in Crump. So this is your MO, Crump. My royal family, I want this shared everywhere. I want exposure. I know somebody that knows somebody. Is all about 6 degrees of separation, that this family need to know what the fuck is going on. Now, yesterday, a lot of people, after I did my video, people were saying, this ain't over. Oh no, it's even messier. I mean, these people are sloppy. And then you have these so-called high-profile attorneys come in, and they part of the motherfucking cover-up. They ain't no better than the damn DA. And then they sit up there and give these old damn speeches. I'm going to say it, I'm going to keep y'all know I'm raw. Fuck all of them. Fuck you, Crump, with your, you can't even pronounce a fucking a word with your mush mouth. It's embarrassing why you sit up here and talk. But what's so atrocious about this whole thing, we looking at these various pictures, this woman is in utter pain, and they are part of all of the corruption. They're even worse. Because if I would have had something damaging like that, I ain't waiting for no motherfucking court. I'm putting it out. Oh, I'm heated. I am absolutely heated. This shit is atrocious. And you sit up here and play with these families. Oh my goodness, Father. Oh my goodness. All the anguish and pain that they going through. And then we're feeling it, the ripple effects of it. And we're looking at snakes. I thank this brother, because I'm going to be waiting to see what else he going to put out. Because this was leaked out. I ain't going to tell you where I got it. But, you know, I'm on code. I got to do what I got to do. You know. I'm clear. We in a war, and I'm always full tilt ready. Sometimes you got to know when to hold back, and sometimes you got to know to go full throttle. And what's going on right now is full throttle. You got all these messy people, none of them belong in there. They just, like John Wayne up here, they just doing whatever they want to do. And then I found out, I know some of y'all know, the cop that got shot. Now he ready to sue, talking about what people called him a murderer, and they're slandering him with his grimy, greasy ass. Just having night terrors. That's why I speak the way that I speak, because you don't never know what players are involved in this. But the very thing, you standing right next to snakes. This family need to get away from Crump and all of them. It don't mean them no good. They foul. Like I said, it leave a foul taste in my mouth. I must step away, my royal family, and digress. So, my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. And I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.